Hello and hello, hope you're doing okay. Welcome to episode 128 of the Stash Watch. Yeah, basically I go over what's new in the stash, essentially what I've bought this week, or past maybe a couple of weeks, depending on when I did the last one. And yeah, whether it's whether any interest or not, basically. Now it's going to be quite a short one today because I haven't got loads. Normally it's about 8, 9, 10 things. It's probably about 5 or 6 here today. Reason for it is because I wanted to do this one so I could review the things as well, because sometimes, well, basically, until they've appeared in Stash Watch, I don't tend to sort of review them essentially. So it's just that sort of process. But yeah, so here we are. So that's the gist of it, really. So I've got a couple of new things, as I say, but I wanted to get them out there already. So it's going to be quite a short one. And I thought, well, you know what? It might have been one of those where today I wouldn't be able to fit in a live if I didn't do a relatively short anyway. So it's one of those really. So basically, I tried to balance it out. Is the gist of it. But there we go. You join me on a bus stop in town with a TK Maxx bag at my side. I say, or by my side. How are you doing, Andrew? Yeah, doing okay. You've just been out and about, have you? What did you buy? TK Maxx, honestly. I think I had a friend who was called TK, and she had a boyfriend called James, I think it was. But I always called him Max, for obvious reasons. I couldn't resist it. I couldn't really point driven mad, but there we go. Yeah. Honestly. But yeah, what did you get, Andrew? Anything nice? Anything? Hopefully some sweets, maybe. Did they sell sweets at TK Maxx? They probably don't, do they? But they should do. They should do. But yeah, I hope everyone's doing okay. Anyway, as I say, so it's going to be a relatively short one today. It could just literally be 15 minutes if that, But as I said, I did want to get this one done because I didn't want to leave it before I got around to reviewing these things anyway. So there we go. So only a couple of things today, relatively. But first of all, I did get just reviewed the what's it called? Brownie flavour Yorkie, biscuit and brownie Yorkie it was. So just reviewed that. Now I might have put these in Stash Watch before, I'm not sure, but in the backlog I do have the other two Yorkies as well. Now they were multi-pack bars. I think I got them from an Easter egg. I'm not too sure really where I got them from. Maybe it was just a multi-pack, but I've got the the original and the raisin and biscuit one as well. So I'm going to do a double bill, I think. Sorry, I just dropped one. I'm going to do a double bill, I think, where I review them both at once. So so there we go. So I'm going to do that, I think. But I think I think I've had them for a couple of months, and I think I need to get them done really. But yes, been out and about. I love TK Maxx. Got an Italian chocolate cake with Smarties, not an official Smarties one, and a pack of fries, orange cream, have reduced to £1 in Poundland. Ironically enough, I say, where's the right place for it? But yeah, goodness me. So do you sell Italian chocolate cake with Smarties in TK Maxx? Did they? Or is that you got it from somewhere else? Interesting one, that one, either way. Have you seen Cadbury kind of bringing out a white twirl? I heard mention of this, yes. I think Alan in the comments mentioned this. So that's basically like a flake dipped, isn't it? But white twirl. So it sounds quite interesting. I'm quite looking forward to that. It should look nice. I mean, it's one of those where it probably will look better. Basically there won't be much taste to it, I don't think, for the white chocolate, because there'll still be all the regular milk chocolate underneath. But it should be nice. White Maltese are out in June as well, so that's something to look forward to. It's only about a week away, isn't it, Andrew? So is that literally a week today, June? A week tomorrow. Yes. Goodness me. Well, let me know if you see them. Let me know if you see them. Skywalker's seen it. Yes, you've seen the one. Have you actually physically seen it? Or do you mean you've seen the adverts for Skywalker? Is it out already? Because if it is, that'll be big news. You have to let us know. Interesting. But hopefully, obviously they've done similar-ish products in Cadbury Australia. I don't think the same though, but they've done other similar-ish products, haven't they? So it's nice that Cadbury UK has started to do things. But you would say, as exciting as it is, compared to still what they do in Australia, it's relatively mundane, isn't it? They do so many different wacky things in Australia. Like today, I just reviewed, what was it? A honeycomb and caramel buzz. I don't know, Kit Kat or something like that. And they've done the cola bottle. The cola fizz dairy milks, and they've done all. I just wish they would just do. I don't know why in Cadbury Australia just do all these wacky things, and in the UK we, as I say, we get like a white covered twirl, and it's and as nice as it is, I'm not complaining by any means, it's just like you just think it's the minimum they could do really. And he used to do flake dipped and all sorts back in the day, didn't he? Remember flake dipped, where it's basically snowflake and all this that, and the other. Just don't seem to do anything like that anymore. So it's a bit of a shame really. Yeah, TK Maxx has a big range of random food products from around the world, really. I didn't know this. I think the white twirl looks good, but they've done it the wrong way around. Yeah, you think it should be like the... well, it'd be good if they did both. It'd be good, actually, if you're going to know what I'm going to say now. If they did two fingers in it, one of them was milk chocolate on the inside, like vice versa, and one of them was white chocolate on the inside and the opposite on the outside. That would be good. Yeah. Should have been white twirl centre dipped in milk choc, or even better, all white choc. I mean, it's... Well, they could just do all of it, couldn't they? Just do all of it, you know. But that's asking the world, isn't it, really? I wish they would. It would be nice if they did like a vice versa one, where one finger was one thing and one finger was the other. That would be perfect, you know. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it'd be nice to experience the white chocolate one, I think. But Cadbury white chocolate's not the best, is it? Although it's better than it was. I think they've definitely improved it. Or at least I feel like they have, anyway. Whether they actually have, I don't know. But I feel like they have. Certainly seems to not have that chemically taste that it used to have. Now here's an odd one for you. Yeah, speaking of TK Maxx, I forgot to mention. Yeah, so TK Maxx, is it worth going to TK Maxx to try and see if there's anything useful there, Andrew? Or is it more like you know, just not necessarily things I would review on the channel, basically? You know, what do you think? But speaking of which, I got this. Yeah, I got this in Spa today as well. Yes, this new Skittles Taste of Rainbow Citrus. Now it's a flavour that you would have expected to already exist, or a range, or a bag, or what have you. Well, I think it does. Well, does it? I don't know. I mean, basically, it's got ones that have been in other Skittles bags before. So it's got blood orange flavour, and it's got well, for interest, it's got like mandarin flavour, mandarin and orange. It's got 3 different kinds of orange in here: blood orange, mandarin, and orange. I mean, I know mandarin. Well, is it an orange? But you know what I mean. Lemon and lime as well. So very. I don't know. What's also interesting? I've just noticed the way it seems to have like a cross section of the Skittle as well. So interesting on this one. I'm not sure what to make of this because I kind of feel like this is this really. I don't know. It's a strange one. We'll have to give it a taste, I think, for sure. Yes. Novelty chocolate types at TK Maxx, I imagine. I think I mean, I've been in TK Maxx, but it's not for a long time. I don't go in that frequently. Yeah, TK Maxx has a random range of German boiled sweets that are lovely, called Cavendish and Harvey. The orange ones are really nice. Actually contain 5% orange juice. So interesting, really. I never would have imagined that TK Maxx. I mean, I know it's got a lot of random stuff in there. I'm just trying to think. TK Maxx. Have I been in there recently? I know there's like I've been in Primark at some point. I don't know whether I can't differentiate between the two in my head. You know, I don't go in them often enough to. Yeah, I don't know. Interesting that, really. I never would. I thought TK Maxx was a clothes shop, basically. I know it has like some homeware stuff sometimes, or maybe that's Primark. I don't know. I don't really know. Yeah, interesting that. Okay, well, maybe I'll have to try and check it out at some point. Then, really interesting. Now I can see your other chats come through, Andrew, but it's not come through to my chat thing yet. So, so I can see your chat, but I can't click on it to make it appear. Unfortunately, here it is. It's been there. Yes, and loads of pasta, random Japanese food. Lily O'Brien chocolate usually. All right, Lily O'Brien. Yeah, it's a funny one that Lily O'Brien. It's one of those. It's coming out a bit more now, Lily O'Brien, isn't it? And different. I've just reviewed a load of Lily O'Brien biscuits actually. Did them last week, I think. I've got to publish them. Usually some random chocolate. The stock always changes though. Random stuff on the shelves. A bit like Lidl, is it? Just like the random Lidl section that has, but this time it's chocolate. Sounds like a lucky bag. Roulette Max, yeah, honestly, I know. Yeah, interesting, really. Well, it's quite interesting. Maybe I have to try and look into it. Yeah, it's a quarter food, quarter clothes, and half absolutely random home stuff: books, lamps, fans, all sorts. Is it really? I must have. I don't know. I just remember it being clothes, really. Maybe I must admit, I'm not really a shopper. You know, I don't really. I know there's some people who just wander around shops and stuff and just know because they just think, oh, I'll have a look in there. I don't really do that myself. So maybe that's my shortcoming, really. But I think I'm sure I have been in there. I'm sure I must have been in there. I think yeah, obviously didn't go in there enough, you know. Honestly. Oh well, you know, yeah, I'll have to look in. Am I an online shopper? Yeah, basically, yes. Yes, I am. Yeah, pretty much. That's my main thing. I don't. Yeah, I mean, I do physically go in some places because you just have to sometimes, don't you? And obviously, some things you do want to look in. But I've noticed these days, though, even when I do try and find something, sometimes if I try and go into a shop to find it, the selection's not good enough anyway for what I want. Like I wanted a purple lampshade, I still want one. And I went in B&Q, thought they had, I just didn't have any. I had like a range of colours, but not the one I wanted. I think I went in Next to try and get one as well, and it just was the wrong size and shape. Yeah, so I need to find one online really, but maybe I should just get one online. But I have got one online in the past. I was disappointed with that as well. So I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, town is just difficult one really. Town is very busy today. I witnessed 3 protests having side by side earlier. You need headphones in. Newcastle City Centre to block all the megaphones. Goodness me, what well, there's lots to protest about these days, isn't there? That's the problem as well. Yeah, that's the problem. You know. But at least you're able to drown it out anyway. Same here, mate. I've been hate dragging bags around. Yeah, I know. It's not. I mean, it's nice to get certain things and something. It is good. It's just all the wandering about. I'm not a big fan of. Yeah, I don't know. But you can find nice things. Really, I do sometimes think, well, I don't know what's out there sometimes. I bought a lime green metallic fan in TK Maxx last summer, like a lime green one. I mean, that's it. I think if you stumble upon what you want, you're okay, aren't you? It's just if you go out frequently enough, you'll probably do that. But if you don't go out that often to these shops, you just don't see the things when they're in one time a year or whatever. Yeah, interesting that one. Yeah. Oh, well, if you see a purple lampshade, let me know. Honestly. Now, I did go to Spar today. I saw Spar's range of chart. I thought this was quite an interesting one. Yeah, maybe one that you might have tried at some point, Andrew. I could imagine you doing anyway. So we've got Spar, yes, number 1, milk chocolate. What does that say? Milk chocolate, it's German. Milk chocolate. So it's a Spar German then, is it? Must be, mustn't it? I guess it always seemed that way. But yes, milk chocolate 100-gram bar. Thought, why not? Looks a bit like cooking chocolate, but it's not. Sweet and delicious, it says. Yes, I guess you could use it for cooking. But yeah, there we go. So there we go. So I thought I'd review Spar stuff because they got a few of them. Also got the milk chocolate with peanut filling. The unusual one. Usually the other ones probably, I don't know. They usually have milk, dark and white chocolate, don't they? But they have milk, peanut, and they're probably dark as we'll show you in a second. So I guess it's like peanut butter, I guess. Peanut filling, it says. What does this one say? Sweet and delicious again. So they're all sweet and delicious. Yeah, so anyway, that's an interesting one. And of course the dark chocolate one, yes. 50% cocoa. There you go. Presumably that's dark bitter chocolate, I think. 50% cacao. Yes, there we go. So interesting, yeah. So Spar have their own chocolate, which I was surprised by. So I must get that and give that a review. So I'll probably do a triple review of these at some point. I've got loads of reviews to do, so we'll see whether I can't guarantee it's high on the list, but interesting. This is the. And they're all 100 grams. They're all 100 grams, but I don't know if you can quite see there. Not the same size. The peanut one seems to be. I don't know if I've put them on. Oh no, I think it's one of those. Hang on a sec, let's have a look. Yeah, the peanut one. Yeah, definitely the peanut one's definitely smaller. I guess because the peanut filling weighs more, it's a bit thicker actually. So it's smaller but taller. The peanut one, which is interesting. Which is strange, isn't it? That you would have thought they just make them all the same shape. Presumably the milk and dark one are the same. Yeah. Be quite the same. So that's interesting, isn't it? But still 100 grams, so yes, they are unusual, very interesting choices. I don't know many Spars near me. I know I don't have one near me. I had to go on my way to get to it basically, but they had something I'm about to show in a second that. But they did have the Yorkie biscuit and brownie one as well. But Spar tend to have is a good place. It's one of those places, a bit like Co-op sometimes, and maybe Morrison's with. Well, Spar just seem to have random stuff that they get them before other places do for some reason. I don't know why. Hope they're quality. They look nice enough. I mean, yeah, fingers crossed. Yeah. I mean, they're probably no worse than the own brand ones from other supermarkets. You would have thought, but probably made by the same people. But I'm not sure. Yeah, interesting though. My bus is currently going past the Spar as we speak. It's one of the last Spar shops left in Newcastle. We barely have any now. There was one around the corner from me when I was a kid, and now it's a heaven. Yeah, we don't have many. I think there's one still where I grew up, but the one near me. Well, it's not near me at all, really. It's it's like a Manchester Piccadilly station, basically. I have to around that way. It's not that close to me at all. I have to go out my way to get there. There might be another Spar somewhere near me, but which I could have looked online for, I guess. But that one tends to be reasonably easy to get to. You have to pay like £1 parking or something like that. But or if I get the bus there, it's not too bad, I guess. But yeah. So anyway, that's the one usually I can get to. I like 50% cocoa dark chocolate. Usually it's the spot for me. Not too bitter, nice and rich and sweet enough to. Yeah, I'm a bit like that. I mean, I don't mind below 50, but I think around 40, 50 odd to 60 at most. Really, yeah, it's definitely the spot for me as well. It's just as you say, just not too dry, not too bitter, and just nice, and you can appreciate it. So yeah, I think you're right there, Andrew. I think that's a good percentage, I would say. Yeah, definitely. I know. I mean, I don't mind things like Bourneville, which are very light, very weak dark chocolate wise. But I don't mind those. But yeah, I found like 40 to 50 tends to be the good spot. And as I say, and sometimes I've had 50 to 60 as well, and that tends to be reasonable as well. So like you said, I think 50 seems to be, the mark. To somewhere around that point seems to be good, I think. So I think you're right there. Yeah. I don't know. I know there's like 80, 70 dark chocolate, and I can eat it, but I do feel like it's a bit too. Usually the flavour is something on it, like orange or something, but it tends to. I don't know. Yeah, it's not. It tends to still be a bit much, and I don't think the flavouring really does that much for me. At that point, I can still enjoy it, but I don't know. Maybe just a bit much at that point, I think. Right, so I got a couple of crisps from Spar as well. I thought these remind me when I was young. Still get them now. Like, well, this one you got these. I'll show you in a second. I think my local Spar used to have a very specific smell. That's random, but I just like it. I used to go in after school and get a Milky Bar chunk. R.I.P. on Mars's Planets also. But honestly, I know Mars Planets. I think I didn't quite appreciate them as much as would have done nowadays. Yeah, honestly, Milky Bar chunk as well. I don't think I ever had. I'm not sure if I ever had that. I can't remember it. I remember it, but I don't remember having it. Yes, dark mint chocolate is horrendous. I say that is one of them as well. That is one. I don't mind that actually. I must say, Skywalker, I don't mind. I think the Bourneville dark mint, Bourneville mint, I quite like actually. I don't mind it. I like things like After Eights and stuff like that. Well, I guess it's not necessarily dark mint chocolate, but you know what I mean. Yeah, but I get it. I do get it. Oh dear. Yeah, but it's one of those. Mint and orange tend to be two things that go with dark chocolate, isn't it? You see quite frequently. Sometimes random fruit flavours as well. I think cherry goes quite well with dark chocolate. There was a chocolate store in my office last week selling artisan type handmade choc. I bought a bar of Ruby choc, not seen it for ages. Yeah, that seems to have gone by the wayside, doesn't it? Ruby chocolate. I've still seen it. Well, I saw it. Well, it might have been a year ago now. I saw it in Tesco lingering on a bit, but yeah, even there, I don't think they have it anymore. Yeah, it just seems to disappear. There's some ice creams as well, which I was surprised to see in Tesco again. I think it was Tesco ice cream, Ruby chocolate. But yeah, it seems to have definitely gone away, doesn't it? I think they never really took off, did it? I don't think it really. I think it just came across as like strawberry flavoured or raspberry flavoured white chocolate, and I think there were already things like that around which never really take off either. So I think it just never really. I think people who like white chocolate. People who like dark chocolate obviously won't go anywhere near that. Milk chocolate won't go anywhere near that either. It just like that specific chocolate. I mean, they might still like it, but you know what I mean. It's not. You still want milk chocolate basically. You don't think, oh, I'll have Ruby chocolate instead or anything like that. I feel like it just never. It just didn't. It was too much in between tastes. I think. The woman at the store explained to me that it's actually naturally pink and not coloured artificially. Yes. I don't think she realised she was speaking to Newcastle's top chocolate expert. Honestly, I guess most people think it's like just a made-up chocolate, don't they? I think and that's the thing. And I think that's another thing as well. Probably why it didn't do very well. People probably thought it was just like some kind of artificial chocolate. Probably anyway. Yes. Honestly. Oh, very nice. Well, yeah. Did you get? Will you go back to wherever they normally sell stuff, Andrew? Maybe a good place to go to if you can know where they normally sell choc. Milky Bar Chunky. Yes, not chunk. Sorry. Yes. Well, yeah. I couldn't. Yeah, I knew what you meant. I read it out anyway. I didn't correct you, did I? But yes, I remember you talking about it a few weeks back as well. Yeah. But yeah, Time Out Chunky was the one I always wished he'd bring back. The Time Out I wished he'd bring back. Dark cherry liqueurs are a treat. I love those with a passion. Yes. Yeah, a good one was I don't know if you pronounce this right. Giardelli, I think it is. If you find them, you think San Francisco company. Very difficult to get in the UK generally, but they do a dark chocolate cherry sweet. It's like a little square with like a centre, a bit like an After Eight, but the centre's like runny cream. I don't know. It's very nice. Anyway, definitely give those a check out. Yes. Good evening, people. How are you doing? Good to see you, Joe. Good to see you, Joe. Not bad at all. How are you doing today? How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Just saying before, there's not loads. It's a stash watch today. There's not loads. I've almost got through most of it, to be honest with you. I wanted to do it because I wanted to get the things out in stash watch so I could review them, basically. But how are you doing, Joe, today? Hope you're doing well. The weather's gone a bit normal British now. It's very grey outside. We have had sun. You had rain yesterday. It's not rained for about 2 months, I think. I'm not sure. It's been a long time. So anyway, Transformer snacks. Well, I got these as well. I remember these from when I was younger. It used to be quite a big thing, these kind of crisps. Now, beef is not really one I'm that bothered about. I don't think beef was around when I was young. It seems to be a flavour nowadays, beef, especially after Monster Munch. Things like corn type snacks, I think. Corn and potato snacks, yes. There's beef ones where Transformers, so you get these little parts and you can turn them into a car. Obviously, Transformers were, well, still are big Transformers, aren't they? But obviously, when I was younger, Transformers as well. Beef crisp tastes of gravy to you, yeah, I see. I've never been a big fan of meat flavoured crisp. Beef, chicken, what's the other one? Is there another one? I don't know. I'm sure there's another beef, meat flavoured crisp. I'm not sure. But anyway, I've never really been a big fan of them, really. It just never worked for me. I don't know why. I mean, I still try them and stuff like that, but I don't know. But I prefer the other ones. I mean, do a saucy barbecue one as well, which I don't think was around when I was younger for sure. That's definitely a more recent flavour. So you've got 50p, great value, it says. 50p. I'm sure when I was younger, these would be. I'm sure not long ago they were 10, 20p. I'm sure they were. We're talking past 10 years, I'm sure they were 20p, these. But yeah, so anyway, got to barbecue as well. But the main one, where's it gone? Oh, here it is. This is the one I like. Spicy. I'm sure it's like a sort of tomatoey one. There's always like a pickled onion-y style spicy one. I think they always used to do. Transformers, like they did Raiders as well. Space Raiders. I think they still do those. Quarterbacks as well was one I really like. I don't think they do them anymore. I think they might have done the beef one actually, but they had a blue. It looks like an American footballer. One of them had like a blue outfit, and one of them had like I think a brown outfit. So it must have been the beef one. Maybe they did a beef one. But the blue one was something like a pickled onion, something like that. I used to love those. They're all quite similar, these ones, but yeah. Those Corners top type crisps still have the most flavour of all crisps on the market. Yes, it's that kind of crisp, isn't it? Just the ones, the really cheap ones you get, and they just seem to be really nice and hit the spot. Yeah, for sure. I know what you mean. I do agree with you there. And they've just been consistent, and they always taste nice. But 50p for them now. As I say, I'm sure they were 10p when I was younger for sure, and I'm sure they weren't not long ago 20p. Beef crisp taste of gravy, chicken crisp taste of herbs, bacon crisp taste of bacon. That's the other one. It's a taste of smoke flavouring. Having said that, yeah, you're right. Really, yeah, I do like smoky bacon crisps. I like your chicken crisps too. I don't dislike them nowadays as much. I've had a couple that I've quite liked, but I'm not a massive fan of them. The smoky bacon ones, I don't know. Like you say, they do taste basically just as like a smoky flavouring. Yeah, and I guess the beef ones as well. I must admit, I can't quite recall now, but yeah. But I've never considered they taste good, but I guess they probably do. They say the chicken ones, yeah, they have a similar taste, don't they, as well, I think. What I did like was the Doritos chicken one they did, where the Doritos stacks. I think they've stopped doing them now, but they did like their version of Pringles, basically, in a tub, in a tube, or like it was a triangular shaped tube, whatever that's called, prism, I don't know. But yeah, interesting. They were quite nice. It's been raining here too after some autumn drought. Yeah, here it's not rained loads, certainly not enough to but it's grey now, and it was raining yesterday. I don't like funny, usually there's a smell in the air after rain or during rain as well, but you could definitely tell it was probably caused by all the dust we'd had. We had a lot of dust come over, probably sometimes we get like a lot of dust come over from Africa of all places, I think. I don't know if that was where it was from. I can taste those white Maltesers already. I hope you find them. Do let me know. Leave a comment somewhere, Andrew, if you do find them, or on Discord or whatever. Definitely need to get a hold of those. I guess Spar might get them quite quickly. They seem to be a place to get things for sure. Yeah, speaking of which, yes, the last one for today. This is what the real reason why I wanted to do one for sure today. Alan put me onto these. Yes, well, I've reviewed this one in the past. The Gold Billions bar. This is the original one, so based on the gold bar. Yes, with laser crisp wafer and cream filling. Yes, golden caramel chocolate, but then we've also got this new one as well. Look at that. Yeah, look at this. The new Billions wafer, chocolate and hazelnuts. Look at that. With laser crisp wafer and cream filling. Golden caramel chocolates. Yeah, so there we go. So this is the new one. Only apparently at Spar at the moment, so I need to get that out there, get that reviewed. So it's going to be top of the top of the schedule. Hopefully I'll get it there. Hopefully, maybe tomorrow I might try and do it. Yes. Yeah, there we go. By the way, a bit random. Are you a fan of cereal? Yes, I do quite like cereal. Actually, I don't eat loads of it because I can eat loads of it. I used to have a real. I got addicted to. I think it was Cocoa Pops, Cocoa Rocks. They don't do them anymore. I don't think they were really nice. I had so much that my teeth started to hurt. Actually, I used to just go through boxes of them. I used to get Cheerios. I had a thing for Cheerios at one point as well. I remember buying 12 boxes at once. which is ridiculous, and I like the big boxes also. I do like all these ones, but I don't really have them anymore because they're so moreish and they're so high in calories as well. You have a massive bowl of them. Like a lot of these, like Crave cereals and stuff like that, they only last me about 4 bowls probably. Yeah, I do like them a lot. What was your favourite? I love Gold bars. It's a special part of my childhood. I wish they brought back the Fruit Club. Yeah, I do like Gold. The Gold bars have something going, don't they? The Fruit Club as well. I wish they'd. Yeah, what's the other one that there was a double chocolate one as well, the blue one. I wish they'd bring that one back as well. I think that was a good one. They did one not long ago, which was a salty caramel honeycomb one or something, which didn't quite work as well, I didn't think. But yeah, I know what you mean. I know. I wish they'd just make clubs back the way they used to be. Yeah, one I used to have when I was young was a United bar. That was one I always remember, and that was discontinued, I think. Well, it was a long time ago, but that's one I always remember quite fondly, because from when I was very young, like 4 or something. Yes, I'll have my eyes absolutely peeled for white Maltesers and the sort of white twirl. Fries orange cream, white Maltesers, white twirl, fries 5 centres, Terry's orange, white orange were the ones I wanted back. Yeah, and I wish they'd fries 5 centres. Well, we say this a lot, don't we? They really should bring that back. They really should. And now all but one have come back, and it's a time for fries 5 cents to return. Or at least a new flavour, fries lemon cream maybe, or pineapple. Yeah, they are overdue a new flavour. They were bringing one out, or 2 out, well, 1 out every year, weren't they? But they seem to have slowed down now a bit. So, seem to have gone, that momentum seems to have not really gone anywhere, does it? The M&S triple chocolate cereal is ridiculously good. White and dark chocolate curls, milk chocolate chunks, and a little bit of granola type cereal. Far too much choc for cereal, but lovely. I might have to give that a go. I've never even looked at M&S's cereal section. Again, when I go in, I just go straight to the chocolate bits usually. Although I did peruse the ice cream section the other day. I think we talked about it. I think in one of the stash watches. I had a quick look. I got like one of the. They had like a 200-calorie ice cream, and I got that. I think it was all right, but it was definitely some of them. I don't know, like some of the Halo top ones have improved a lot recently, I've noticed. They're definitely a lot better than they were. They were a bit cardboardy themselves not long ago, but they're a lot better now, but they are about 300, 400 calories. But this 200 calorie one, yeah, definitely wasn't, it wasn't worth the 200 calories, basically. It's one of those where, well, I feel like I say the Halo top ones are not too bad, but they are expensive. And Ben & Jerry's, I think they've stopped their low calorie one now. I'm not seeing them anyway, but there was a couple of them that were pretty good, actually. Not as good as the full calorie ones, but they're like the half to a third of the calories. And they're very calorific, those. I agree, but UK cereals really don't match up to the amount of calories in the USA. My favourite cereal would be Cocoa Rocks, like the rocks like you mentioned, and need to come back. There was something of dreams. Yeah, they were really nice. They were just really nice, weren't they? Yeah. I don't know why they've you see the US ones are crazy, aren't they? They have all artificial colour. Well, I'm not saying ours don't, but they're very extreme, the US ones, definitely. I look for the Big Daddy pistachio bar in M&S, but only found the regular Big Daddy. I didn't even see that when I went in, Andrew. I went into M&S the other day, and they didn't have that one or any of them. Mind you, they're still recovering from that outage, aren't they? That ransomware thing. So it's going to take a while for them to get back on track, I think. But they're pretty rubbish anyway, M&S, with their stock. I've always found that they just don't often have things in, and I don't understand it. And it's like over Easter with their Easter eggs, the custard cream one. Why? I only saw that in January. Maybe I went back in once and they had a couple of them left. They're so poor. I don't know what's going on with that place. It might just be mine. I don't know. Even so. Yes, I'm out and about today. Hey Scotty, good to see you. By the way, unfortunately, you had a packet of Golden Wonder beef and onion earlier. Old school flavour. New Cadbury Ice latte bar out soon. Yes, is that one that's been? I've had Is that a UK one, Scotty? Because Alan mentioned that, but I've got an ice latte one. I think it's a twirl one, actually. It might be not. Yeah, so interesting. But yeah, I think it's an Australian one. So yeah, I think it's a different one actually. American cereals are probably illegal here. I bet the colours are crazy. I know. You do see some of them sometimes in B&M places like that, don't you? But I don't really know if they're well, I'm assuming they're legal in the UK. But picked up a Dubai chocolate bar from Tesco was a Turkish brand. I was stash at home. Ritter Sport Unicorn I picked up in Denmark the other week. Ritter Sport Unicorn, that sounds interesting. That just why is it? Well, I don't know why Ritter Sport Unicorn. Let's have a look. Why is it called Unicorn then? Ritter Sport Unicorn. Let's see if I can spell. Got crisps. Oh, that's very nice. Limited edition. Yeah, so look, images, yeah. Looks very good. It's got like different layers of chocolate, it seems. Looks like a bit like the 3-layer one. Einhorn it's called in German, which I guess makes sense, one horn. But yeah, interesting. I'll try and see if I can I get the can I get a picture? I don't know if I can. Let's have a look. Let's see. I'll try and do it. Let's see if I can show it. Let's have a look. Where's it gone? Okay. Let's see. Here, it's a bit small. It might be a bit blurred. You get the gist of it. There you go. You can see there. There you go. So it looks like it's got different layers of chocolate there. And maybe ruby chocolate. I don't know. White chocolate. Interesting. Looks quite nice. Yes, being out of the Canadian American series in, I picked up Golden Grahams. We'll see. Yeah, I think I've seen them before. Yes, whether they're yeah, I don't know if they have all the crazy ones in it, but they definitely have some, don't they? Do you have granolas in the UK? Yeah, we do. It's a reasonably big thing, granola these days, Joe. Yeah. I think I've had it sometimes. It's quite nice, really, but not had many of them. Yeah, do you have it quite a lot, Joe? Is that what you have? They're illegal. The Lucky Charms. Let's see. And Fruit Loops are crazy. The pistachio one I've tried on is, and honestly, it's very naughty. Doesn't it taste like a Dubai bar though? If that's what you're after. Yeah, I think a lot of them are not quite the same, are they? They've got pistachio in, and yeah. But it's interesting that, yeah, interesting. Naughty though, honestly. Oh dear. Yeah, they do look. They are. They're crazy. The US cereals. It must say. But we do have some. I mean, it's definitely got more crazy in the UK. I wouldn't say it's crazy, but it's crazier than it was. You know, say also all these Crave ones and stuff. And I've definitely seen some weird colouring ones now. I think with Rice Krispies, I think have got like a weird one with lots of different coloured shapes in and stuff. Yes, we have granola here. Yeah, we do. I've not really. It's one that's passed me by a bit. I've had a bit of it, but it's not really. I've not really tried it that much myself. Yes, that's the one I picked up in Lidl in Denmark or Finland. Yeah, it looks an interesting one. Really, I mean, Ritter Sport never really does much in the UK. When I publish a Ritter Sport review, it never gets many views. People just don't seem to be that bothered about them in the UK at all. But they do so many different flavours and things. You know, really interesting. They do quite a lot, as I say. But yeah, in the I don't know. In the UK, it doesn't seem to be much of a thing, does it? Have you seen any Kit Kat Chunky Funky Bar? No, I haven't. Coming out soon. Seems to be a dark chocolate coloured wafer with white cream between the layers, covered in white and dark marble chocolate. That does sound very interesting. Is that a UK one, Andrew? That does sound really interesting. I might have to. Well, definitely be looking out for that. Chunky Funky Bar. Sounds good as well. Yeah, is that? Let's have a look. See if we can find that. Kit Kat Chunky Funky. Kit Kat Chunky Funky. Images. Can I see? Oh yeah, it does. Let's have a look. Well, I've seen. There's a slight picture here. Let's see. Yeah, it does look interesting. Let's have a look. See if we can do it. I'll see if we can change the. Let's have a see. Can I save over? Hang on. Right. Okay. All right. We'll try and change this image to that one. Kit Kat Chunky Funky. Funky Chunky. Let's have a look. Okay. Oop, there we go, yes. Alright, there we go. Yeah, it looks very interesting, doesn't it? Look at that. It does look really nice. Yeah, very interesting. I do like the colours for that. 89p, so it does look like a UK one. 89p though, goodness me. But yeah, there we go. Chunky Funky, look at that. It does look very nice indeed. Is Funky some kind of brand or something? Because it seems, I feel like the text and the font and stuff, I've seen that before. Looks an interesting one though, doesn't it? It really does. Yeah. Definitely looks an interesting one. See if I can move this out of the way a bit. Lots of hang on, let's see. Get rid of all this white. There we go. All right, you can kind of still see me there. Yeah, interesting one there. That does look very interesting. I picked up Graham's cereal recently in B&M, got annoyed and told me to put it back in his basket. Honest to God, Andrew. Honest to God. Sorry, that was terrible. Yes. Dear me, dear me. Oh well, it's not the worst joke I've heard though. You know, it's definitely better than some of mine. That's for sure. The new Kit Kat Chunky seems very similar to Kit Kat Four-Fingered Limited Edition I've done before. Yeah, I know what you mean, those ones with the marbled effect on them. I guess it does really, doesn't it? I know what you mean. Yeah. Can't remember its name. Well, they've done, even those ones they did in Tesco are relatively similar, aren't they? But I don't think they're quite the same colours. But I do know the ones you mean. I think I reviewed them on the channel. These calls may change with the new administration in the US. Well, who knows? Yeah, who knows? Well, I don't know. Yeah, a lot of things might change, I think. Yes. Goodness me. Yeah. Crazy, really crazy. But yes, it does look very nice of that Kit Kat, must say. It does look very good. Yeah, Kit Kat Chunky Funky coming to UK soon, apparently. Lots of new stuff coming out at the moment, it seems. Yes, well, definitely a good sign. I mean, they've been usually rubbish with doing things in the UK. So I'm glad that they're doing some different things. Yeah, they seem to do quite similar ones, don't they? I know that the Lion Black and White, or whatever, Black White. You know, so one of those, isn't it? Hello, Final Flame. Good to see you. Good to see you, FF. Yes. Still finding leftover Easter eggs here in Ireland. Prices for giant eggs were way too high this year. Basically, still finding some. They were still available around where I am for a good 2 weeks after Easter, but they've gone now. I've not seen any more. So crackers, you still see more. But yeah, they seems to be quite expensive, and there was loads of them. Just seems to have so many of them. Yeah, so I wonder if that's what it was, really. I did see some, I think it being some Easter products. I don't think they were eggs, but they were like, you know, like the sort of chocolate bunnies and things. I saw them a week ago, but there's no actual Easter eggs, like cream eggs and things. Got to part later, guys. Been a pleasure. We're looking forward to that Kit Kat. Oh, peace out. Yes, well, good to see you, Skywalker. Good to see you. Have a good one. Yeah, don't worry. We're pretty much probably near the end, really. Now, to be honest, I've shown most things now anyway. But good to see you, Skywalker. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. Have a great weekend as well, and a good long weekend. And take care. TK Maxx had Easter eggs left, but the price £8 for medium-sized ones. So I didn't bother. That's still expensive. Yeah, that's still expensive for. I know, yeah, that is expensive, that, for trying to get them on sale. I guess it's still nice to eat and things, but clearly you would have thought they'd be trying to get rid of them, fire selling them. Enjoy your weekend, Rob. Oh, thank you very much, Skywalker. Have a great one too. Yeah, enjoy yours as well. And hopefully I'll see you next week. Yeah, have a good one. So definitely some nice chocolate coming out. That's Kit Kat Chunky Funky. Sounds very nice indeed. And so try and get that Rich Sport Unicorn as well. I'll try and import that. That does look a good one. And yeah, was there something else as well? Well, I'll say, yeah, this Golden Billions bar as well. Oh, I think of, yes. Yeah, so I have to get that reviewed as well. Do that. So I might do a double review. I've reviewed this one before. Might just review them both at the same time. What do you think? Should I just review them both at the same time? Review them both again? It's probably worth doing, isn't it? I don't know. Difficult one to say, really. Yes, and seems to be quite Moorish. They certainly are. I can just go through so many of them. You know, I had to stop eating them in the end. Some of them are so nice. And you kind of feel like they're sort of healthy or an alternative or better than other things. But when you have like 4 bowls of them, you know, easy to eat milk, and this is it exactly. So there's probably worse things to eat for sure, but they certainly still have the calories. Lots of chocolate to look out for in this summer. Yeah, I'm looking forward to all this. I see white chocolate Maltesers as well. So definitely a good few things. I mean, you know, and the twirl as well, the latte dairy milk as well by the sounds of it. So quite a lot of things. You know, I mean, I'm glad that they're doing it, and that's for sure. I just hope this is the start of something good, really, that they're going to keep doing these limited edition things and special editions and stuff like that. You know, so fingers crossed. Just have to hope that they do. Let's hope that they do. Yes, I think I could eat a lot of it as well. I know that it's very easy to eat, really is, honestly. It's, you know, I mean, you know, yeah. So I mean, I don't know, maybe for better or worse, but I've stopped buying it as much now. I do still have, I have like shredded wheat bite sizes. What I have now, so it's it's just basically squares of latticed wheat. So that's literally all it is. There's no added stuff in it. So I was trying to sort of go a bit more healthy and not eat too many. You know, obviously with the channel, I still eat quite a lot of chocolate and things, but I was trying to sort of eat a bit more healthy. And I quite like them, actually. I quite, you know, I think as you get older, you start to appreciate things that doesn't have to always be sweet and stuff like that, I think. So picked up Mars Pods, Australian cookie dough M&Ms in Iceland this week. I think I've reviewed those cookie dough M&Ms. I'm sure I have done. I don't know if I've published it yet. I need to look through. I've got so many things in the backlog to publish. And the pods as well. I think I did review them a while back. Wherever I published them, I'm not sure again. Yeah, the Mars pods and the Twix pods appear to be right down there. There was 2 that were exactly the same. That does ring bells. Yeah, I think I reviewed them at the same time, and I'm sure. I don't know if I did them live or not. I can't remember, but yeah, definitely. But yeah, there's the Snickers one, wasn't there? Wasn't there another one, which was a weird one that was pink? I forgot what it was called. I can't remember. It was like a pink one as well. It was just a random. I think it was a s'mores one. That was it. I think they did the s'mores pods one as well. Randomly. So I did the Twix, Mars, and Snickers one, and then did the s'mores one as well for some reason. Yeah, interesting. But yeah, I think you're right there, Andrew. I think they were basically the same, which is weird. Very weird. Let's see, there we go. Yeah, interesting one. Yeah, some I mean, nice. And I'm glad that places are doing these like different chocolates as well. Some are doing imported things. Definitely good to see out there because it's as in UK generally have been a bit boring with chocolate really, but with these Australian imports and other imports, it definitely spices things up a bit. And good that hopefully those popular sales that they seem to be thinking, well, we can do limited editions ourselves now. Like I say, these chunky funkies and stuff like that. So hopefully they'll keep coming. Yeah. All right then, guys. Well, that brings us to the end of the Stash Watch episode. Was it 168? 168? I think it is. I've lost the page. Yes. But there we go. I've put 128. I'm sure it's 168. I think that's wrong. Can I change that? I'm sure it's 168. Is it 128? Let's have a look. Hang on. It is 128. Okay. Well, I've put 128 anyway, so maybe it is 128. I don't know. Could be 128, could be 168. Anyway, whatever it is, yes. I think it's 128, yeah. Oh, well, we still this one. Yes, I hope you enjoyed it. It's a nice one, really. Got a few products, as I say, to get published and reviewed. So I'm hoping to get the gold ones done soon. So thanks again, Fallon, for putting me on set in Spa. That's where I've seen it. Everyone, so Spa's the place. And you can pick up the, the Skittles citrus ones as well, and also the brownie and biscuits Yorkie as well. That's there also. So so definitely check out Spa. I think it's definitely the place to go. All right, well, enjoy your stuff from TK Maxx, Andrew. Take care. Good to see you as well. Have a good long weekend, everyone. See you later, Skywalker and Jow, and Andrew, of course, and Scotty as well. Anyone else who's watching? And Final Flame Productions as well. Good to see you as well. Great to see you on the channel. Yeah, great to see you. Be nice to talk to you all. Have a blessed weekend. Oh, you do too, Jow, as well. Hope you have a good one, and enjoy whatever lovely food you get. And yeah. You wanted to do 15 minutes, then I came along. Oh, well, nice chat about chocolate every now and again. Oh no, it's perfectly fine. Well, the thing is, sometimes it depends. It depends whether it depends what goes on really. Sometimes they can last quite a long time. Sometimes they don't. So it's nice that it does really. I only had a few products today, but yeah, we did do a bit of good chats really, so which was nice. So I say sometimes if people aren't about or there's the chat isn't too active, whatever, they can be a lot quicker even with loads of products. So it's nice to have a bit of a chat. So yeah, great to see you, Andrew. That's what the lives are about really as well, having a bit of the chat more than anything else. And obviously the stash facilitates that, so that's why I sort of do these live rather than just do them pre-recorded, because it's nice to do something a bit more interactive really. It's a different sort of spin on the channel, isn't it really? You know what I mean? So that's the gist of it. So yeah, definitely good to see you. No one else as well, of course. Jow with Skywalker and Final Flame as well, and anyone else is watching. Scotty, of course, who yes, was he in Denmark? Did he say? I can't remember where he was. He was somewhere out and about, wasn't he? Goodness me, who knows? But yes. As I say, enjoy the stuff from TK Maxx, Andrew. Yeah, let me know as well. As I say, if you do spot the white chocolate Maltesers in the next week or so, it'd be good to see, that's for sure. I hope they're not disappointing. All right, guys, take care. Have a great weekend. I'll see you soon. Bye for now. See ya.